and that's a good amount of recovery that we've seen from where we started off in trade. Eicher Motors, Chola Finance, Maruti, Swiggy, Nam India, these have been your top losers today. And yes, the Nifty Bank, a lot more resilient thanks to the way ICICI Bank performed today as opposed to what the Nifty did, which is still going home with a 1% off a loss. Nifty Defense higher by 5%, or rather 0.5%, half a percent that is. Nifty Pharma, Nifty Metals, Nifty Healthcare, Realty, private banks, they were a lot more resilient as opposed to what autos, FMCG, oil and gas, or for that matter, IT and finance as well did in trade today. We did talk about the auto weakness, some of the other large caps like a Bajaj Finance, Reliance, TCS, HDFC Bank, they all weighed heavy on the markets today. Unilever, ITC, Titan, the consumption end of the markets as well saw a step back, as did Interglobe, which went home with almost a 3% loss for itself. Handful of gainers as well, which we must mark out. A JSW Energy, almost a 5% notch up on that stock. Adani Power with a 3.25% move. Voltas with a 4.5% uptick. MCX, 3.5% higher there. And Solar Industries, which also held out by about almost 3% in trade. Hyundai was also a rank underperformer. In fact, it saw a fair amount of OI build up as well. And then APL Apollo 2 with a 4% cut. That also was a key laggard today, as was Force Motors. So pretty much across the board, you've seen weakness in auto names, and not even a single name really was spared as such. Godfrey Phillips, ITC, those stocks as well lower by a good 3 to almost 1.7% of a cut coming in for ITC. But Kunal, any trend you think from today that's going to continue when we come back to trade day after? Auto weakness or any other sector that you think will manage to show resilience?
I think first, Aisha, on the trend for the markets, ours is a resilient market. We've seen that over the last 6, 7 days. There have been days when the Nifty has been down 300, 400 points, but the comeback for the Nifty right from the start is quite phenomenal. The second and the most important is that the market breadth has started to open up very well for itself, which is the case in phenomena that risk appetite slowly and gradually is coming back. With the FI numbers positive on Friday, there could be a sense that maybe that institutional price action, which was missing, maybe that would also start to creep in. If that happens, then coming to your question, trends and sectors like maybe financials could make a very strong comeback. Defense has been one of the better performers over the last 1 week. I strongly sense that many of these defense stocks are, set for at least another 5% to maybe even a 10% upside for many of these names, as it's a beaten down sector significantly. Realty as a sector is also something which I'll be very bullish on.
Uh, Kunal, thank you so much for joining us as always, and thank you for all of the perspective that you've given us all through the show today. With that,